Good evening, everybody. So nice to be with you again. It really makes a difference when we're all together, because I know we can listen to the recording afterwards, but there's additional magnetism when people come together to meditate. So before we actually begin tonight, I wanted to talk to you about a few things. So we're going to get into the basics of meditation tonight. So there is concentration, like for instance, if you were concentrating on a 5-pointed star or an image. Then there's contemplation. If you are contemplating things like, who am I? What are those questions? There's prayer. And then there's meditation. And meditation ultimately is to have us get in touch with the infinite stillness source, whatever you put to it. Because before there was any action or activity or motion, there was just infinite stillness. It's almost like when you are in a state of deep sleep, you're not even aware. And there are different forms of meditation. There's the more active form when you do practices. But then there's the receptive form, which is what we're going to be working on tonight. And so when we begin, especially when we're fairly new to meditation, it's important to keep the body still, because we can't really hope to still the mind so that we can really get that space between the thoughts unless we still the body. For the most part, our body doesn't like to be told to be still, but it really helps. So posture, especially in the beginning, is best sitting erect rather than lying down. So as we begin, let's adjust our posture. So spine erect, shoulders gently back and down, hands resting comfortably in your lap, either palms up or palms down. You can also use a position like this with your hands crossed. I don't know if you can see me, and then resting in your lap. That holds in the energy. And if you are able to do it, it helps to cross your legs like Indian style. Now at this stage in my life, I pretty much sit in a chair with my legs uncrossed, feet planted on the earth. So you want to find a position that you're comfortable with, that you can hold for the next 30 to 40 minutes. We don't want to be uncomfortable when we meditate. So we lift our shoulders gently back and down. Bring our head slightly back. Slightly incline the chin. That allows the spinal column to be in a straight line. And then soften your eyes, your jaw, and your forehead. So take a nice gentle inhale, deep sigh of letting go. Slow, gentle inhale, deep sigh of release. Slow, gentle inhale, and let go of the tension. And as we inhale, bring your shoulders up towards your ears and let it go with a deep sigh. Shoulders up and release the tension. Shoulders up and let it go. Now, to help still the mind, the breath is very important, particularly the rhythm of the breath. So what really helps is to breathe into the count of 4 And breathe out to the count of 4, whatever pace is comfortable for you, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, then exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now do that on your own for a while until you find that your breath is rhythmic and in balance. And tonight, as we go over the basics, I'm going to give you a shortened version and then we'll go into more depth. But what also helps is to, particularly in the early stages of meditation, to try to meditate at the same time every day. And even at the same place every day, it allows the magnetism to grow, creating a regularity to your practice. And whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, or whatever works for you, we adjust our posture. We soften our jaw, our forehead, our body. And then we ask our body to be still as we move into meditation. And then we simply begin to watch our breath. Again, breathing into the count of 4 and out to the count of 4. And once your breath becomes rhythmic, you can let the counting fade away. What's very powerful is to put a sacred phrase on the breath. Could be the one I use is towards the one on the inhale, united with all on the exhale. It could be Kyrie eleison. It could be Shri Ram, Jai Ram. It could be whatever works for you. But whatever that is, just repeat it on the breath over and over and over again. And that will help still the mind. So let's try that. And particularly with the body still, the mind will try to become very active. It's natural. Just go back to watching the breath and putting a phrase on the breath. And even if we experience a moment of stillness, That's very special. So before we go on with the more extensive class, does anyone have a question about that? So again, we still the body with our posture. And then we use the breath to help still the mind, first bringing it into balance, breathing into the count of 4, out to the count of 4. And then finally, putting a sacred phrase on the breath. Anyone have any questions? Okay, so now we'll go a little bit deeper. Softening the body. Softening the forehead and scalp. Your eyes are gently closed. Release your jaw. Soften your throat. And relax your arms, from shoulder to elbows, from elbows to fingertips. And then gently breathe in. As you exhale, soften the whole chest area. And then notice the rise and fall of the chest with each breath. And see if you can notice the beating of your heart. Soften the belly. And soften the whole pelvic area. Relax the back, from shoulder to mid-back, to the small of your back, to the base of your spine. Soften your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, ankles, and now your feet. Relax both arms, from shoulder to fingertips. Both legs, from hip to toes. Soften the whole backside of your body. Soften the front side of your body. And your head. Soften your whole body. And now ask your body to be still. And just bring the attention to the breath again. Breathing into the count of 4 and out to the count of 4. And when your breath is in balance, you can stop the counting. So imagine that your whole body is breathing, because the breath is energy. So we are breathing in energy and magnetism through every cell of our body. And then as we exhale, we give life back to life. In working with the elemental breaths to help enhance our magnetism. Earth breath is in through the nose and out through the nose. And as we tune to Mother Earth, we draw that rich vital energy up into our bodies through the feet and through the base of our spine, those energy portals. And as we exhale, release tiredness and stress. Let it drain down the body, leaving the feet and base of the spine. So what do you need to let go of? Just imagine it draining down, leaving. Attuning to the strength of the earth, steadfastness, generosity. The elements are not separate from us. Our bodies are composed of the elements. So now the water breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. The breath is soft and fluid. So we inhale now, we bring the attention above the top of our head, imagining a waterfall of pure water, and that water flows down around us and through us. Every cell of your body releasing toxins, disharmony. This is a breath that increases your sensitivity, being able to flow with the life and circumstances that we encounter without resistance. Again, what do you want to release? Now the fire element in through the mouth, out through the nose. So we attune to the light of the universe, sun and the moon, stars, the created light and the all-pervading light. And as we inhale through the mouth, imagine being bathed in light. And as we exhale, radiating light from the very center of your chest, like a radiant sun. So we become a beacon of light in the world. And now the air element, in and out through the mouth. It's a breath of freedom. And as we exhale now, we can expand beyond the body, beyond our identity, on the breath out into infinite space. Inhaling, drawing in new energy, new life. And now returning to a very gentle breath in and out through the nose. And if you can, just for a moment, pause the breath at the end of the inhale to that point of stillness without forcing anything. Now bring your hands up, palms up, level of your chest. If you'd like to add a healing prayer, beloved Lord, Almighty God, Goddess oneness, through the rays of the sun, through the ways of the air, through the all-pervading life in space, purify me and revivify me. And I pray, heal my body, heart, and soul. Bring your hands above the top of your head. Feel the downpouring of blessing. And then rest your hands back in your lap. In gratitude to the elements for giving us life. I'm going to give you another breathing practice tonight called alternate nostril breathing. It will truly help in balancing not only your body, but also your mind. So in your imagination, you're bringing, I'll talk you through it first. You're going to bring the energy of the breath up your left nostril. Pause just for a moment, and then breathe down the right nostril. Then you're going to breathe in the right nostril, and then out the left nostril. And then you're going to breathe in both nostrils and breathe out both nostrils. So again, we're going to breathe in the left nostril, the energy of the breath. Breathe out the right. Breathe in the right. Breathe out the left. And then breathe in both nostrils. And breathe out both nostrils. So try that on your own now. And finish up wherever you're at. We're going to do it again. This time, if you're comfortable, you're going to breathe in the left nostril. Imagine you're bringing the breath right up to the center of your forehead, the third eye. Pause just for a moment, and then breathe down the right nostril. And you're going to breathe up the right nostril. Pause the breath just for a moment, your third eye, and then breathe down the left nostril. And then breathe in both nostrils. Pause the breath for a moment, and then breathe out both nostrils. So I invite you to try that at your own pace now. And finish up whatever cycle you're at. and return to your natural form of breathing. As we complete our practice tonight, I'm going to do a visualization. And again, some of us are more visual than others. So it's not important that you see or envision something. It's more the sense of it. So begin to breathe in and out through your heart center, the center of your chest. So you're bringing the energy of the breath in and out through your heart center. Now imagine the center of your chest is a beautiful flower bud. Maybe it's a perfect rose. Whatever flower appeals to you. But it's the flower before it unfurls. And as you breathe in now, imagine you're breathing in light, and your perfect flower bud is being bathed in light, like the sunlight shining upon the flower. And that flower bud yearns to open. And very gradually, at your own pace, allow the flower bud to very gently unfurl, open, as it is bathed in light. Now, sometimes our flower doesn't want to open. That's okay. Just allow it to be. But allow your flower to fully open now, shining forth in its beauty. And that flower is a metaphor for your own soul, your own beingness as it opens. So that you unfurl to your fullest potential as a human being. Shining forth your beauty, each flower unique. And over time, that flower begins to lose its petals. That's the natural progression of life. But yet, in the very heart of the flower is the seed. What a miracle. And that seed is filled with infinite potential. And after that seed is blown in the wind to be buried in the earth, so it too, over time, can blossom again in the continuation of life. But what's left from that rose or that flower is the fragrance. So, what is the fragrance that you are leaving behind long after the petals drop? There's the essence. Maybe your fragrance that you're leaving behind, your essence, is beauty. Or maybe it's power. Or maybe it's compassion or harmony. So, what are you leaving behind from the fragrance of your soul? And now drop those images. And just rest. Each one of us, every human being, is unique, just like every flower is unique. And just like that flower, whose fragrance remains, we may change form, but the energy that we are will never disappear. So now begin to think of the people in your life and see each one of them as unique, perfect flowers that are unfolding in their life at their own pace. Different conditions, but each human being fulfilling a purpose in this great tapestry of life. So see beneath the surface to their beauty. Sending them an understanding and appreciation. And then sending the thought of harmony and peace out into the world. May all beings be happy. May all beings experience peace, peace, peace. So begin to breathe more deeply. Begin to move your hands and feet. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes.